Hi, my name is Ash Sharma and I am the group member of Tarun Necha, Navdeep Singh and Jaspir Kaur. Today we are talking about the business intelligence and data warehousing. Now moving to the introduction part of business intelligence. Business intelligence has revolutions various business sectors and provided different business opportunities for the organization. As we all know that the business intelligence make a huge change and make like a revolution in the business world. As the business intelligence can use for the gather or collecting the data of various companies like data warehousing and another things so that they can be assist and make an overview for the database and make a changes to that database for the customers and the organizations as the data will be available on the websites and social media in terabytes and petabytes that are the huge amount of data which can be easily accessed by the big data analytics so that it will be easily understand and make a decision for the upcoming situations. Like the BI and data analytics had led to innovation and revolution in e-commerce and e-governance and almost all the business industry as the business intelligence make a huge change in e-commerce. As we know that like we are doing the online shoppings by the card and in the banking area or by using the grocery stores we are making payment without cash or using our cards like Google Pay is the best example or the Amazon Pay is the best example of these things. Now moving to the data quality management. Data quality management is the one of leading business intelligence trends in this era. Like it is a process to maintain the quality of the data so that it can make a make or provide the sufficient data to the customers and uh, uh, their neighbor companies as well. It consists of cycle of improving the data analysis, which can include acquisition of data or sufficient data that can be managed data and sharing the data with the others. Now there are different types of data quality management processes. Like here we can discuss about the five data quality management processes. First one is data quality assessment. It can assess the how the data can be used and what quality of the data have. Now moving to the next part, data quality incident management. It can check whether it will meet the needs of the customer or not, or if it doesn't meet the customer needs, it will make the changes and make a report assessment. Data quality measurement will check whether the extract the critical situation from the assessment and make the changes. And in the operation data quality improvement, there are we have to do is whether it using the rule and regulation correctly or not. And in the integrating data quality, it can check all over the overview of data quality management. Nowadays, more of the company will be relying on the data quality management. Now moving to the next part, that is data discovery and visualization. As we all know that the visualization is the main part of business intelligence. In the business intelligence, visualization plays an important role. Data discovery is the method of extracting important insights from the huge volume of data. Visualization will help the companies to make these extracting data in the visual form or the like 3D forms, picture or graphs or maps are using to visualize all the data so that it can be easily understood by the companies and as well as their customers so that they did not face any kind of problem in the future. Visualization helps to understand the trends and patterns in huge dataset, which would help formulating future strategies. As I already explained that thing, there are different user-friendly business intelligence tools that have been developed for the business analysts and provide a variety of services such as dashboard visualization and sharing of data with other team members. As we all know that the visualization make huge.
Hello everyone, my name is Jaspreet and today I'm going to discuss about methodology and technique. Tableau. Tableau is the most commonly used business intelligence tool and it provides a wide range of services such as visualization and analyzing the pattern in datasets, distribution, the key findings with other team members. It is very useful, user-friendly product and anyone with no technological background can easily use this tool for business intelligence purposes. Dashboards. Dashboards has proved to be adequate for organizing the huge volume of unstructured data in a single screen, and it makes it convenient for the users to understand the different behaviors in the data sets. Next. Educational data of the City of the New York from 2000 to 2012. The education sector is generating massive data on a daily basis, which is being useful for the various stakeholders involved in this business. This dataset include includes the data gathering from the educational department of the City of New York. It includes the total number of graduates and dropouts based on various variables such as demographics, sessions, and years. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Navdeep Singh, and today I explain my contribution in these slides, which is from slide 7 to slide 10. In this slide we have key findings for graphic representations. In the first, the graph shows the total number of in this slide, in first diagram, we see that the year-wise ratio of total graduates versus total dropouts. The graph shows that the total number of graduates and dropouts from 2000 to 2012, and the key findings we have see in this diagram that the number of graduates are higher than the total number of dropouts, and the line graph we use have two line graphs used, which is shows the variable, and it uses different colors, and according to the graph their both line must have intersect at 3 points, which is year 2005, 2006 and 2007. And in the second graph we see that it's a demographic bar graph, and we have seen that the students with no disability has the highest ratio, and the second one is the most ratio is the English who is English proficient, and there are very few graduates who had any disabilities. Next. In my next slide we have used three different graphs. In the first is a coherent wise enrolled and dropped out students. The graph shows that more graduates in the 4th of June and August sessions, and there are more dropout in the 5th year of June and August and 6th year session. The given scatter plot is multidimensional, which is used for representing data that is categorized in various components. According to the scatter plot, the number of enrolled students in 4th year August and June session is higher than dropout student. And the next graph, which is a ratio of still enrolled and total graduate students, that we see that no disability and student with proficient English were also more. The next graph is the year-wise ratio of total regents in total graduates, and we see that there were more graduates as compared to regents. According to the graph, the highest number of total regents and total graduates were in 2009, and the dark color may show that there were higher number of total graduates as compared to total regents. It can be seen that there were higher number of total graduates. In this slide we have seen the impact of AI on education sector. So the first is it will be improve the teaching method. It will be a very revolutionary method, because it will be more accurate and very beneficial or effective from the traditional methods. And the next is that it will be helping improving the learning and assessment process. And the third is helps in understanding the behavior of the student. So in these two sections we have seen that the we can see how the students will be perform and which area have they will be in good, and in which study area they will be in lagged. So we will be focus on that areas, and helping them some extra tuitions or extra classes and extra tips. Next is assisting improving the hiring process of the faculty, and like if by using business intelligence, we have seen that if a company needs some kind of as professional in some areas, and how they can be beneficial for the future or sales of company. And the next is helps the decision maker by understanding the success rate and improving the curriculum. And this is the very important part, by it is very beneficial to see the company success rate, how the company will be grow, or which area will be profitable and losses, so they can make their decision according to that graphical representations. So it will be beneficial for the company and the institutions. Thank you. The recommendation, the first is the educational institute should provide adequate opportunity for students with disability. So we have to encourage these disability students so they can join educational facilities, and we have focus on them and give them a better future, for their better life. The second is educational institutions should improve their teaching strategies and curriculum. Fifth year of June and August session and sixth year schedule. We can see that the most of students has been dropped out in this time. So we have to research that and what are the reasons. So they will be dropped from this session, and find the solutions. The third one is educational institutions should encourage students for taking the regent exam and pass it. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Taruneja, and I'm going to talk about the second data set which we are used for our report. And the second data set is totally belong to the sport industry, and it includes the summer sport statistics of the different state of the United States. As we all know that sports sector has been using the revolutionary technical tools and technology for generating the businesses from past couple of years. So this data set include the analysis of the various sports which being played in the different bora and park of the United States. So after analyzing the data, what we found, so some of the key findings of these data sets are, so in the very first graph it gives the information about the bora wise total summer sports, and this here you can see that the the x-axis shows the information about the bora location, and the y-axis shows the information about the number of records. So so it is surprising to see that the highest number of the summer sports are being played in the Brooklyn, which is around 179, whereas the least was played in the Staten Island. In the second diagram, it gives information about the sport types in the East Bora. So in the East type, we can see that in the East Bora location, in the first one, the Brooklyn, the the number of the what I say the basketball is the most played sports in the Brooklyn, which is around 30 number of records till now. Whereas in the Manhattan, the maximum number of sports which were played is the flag football. Also, as we know, there are different type of bar graph depending on the structure of the data set. So the following bar graph is a stacked bar graph, which further divided into the further subcategories and stacked together to give the information about the sports type in the each park. So according to this stacked diagram, it gives information about that the most number of basketball games are being played in the Sunset Park, and only the volleyball game is played in the said group, and soccer and basketball are played in the playground for all the children. Whereas in the second diagram it gives the information about the sports type attendance, that which sports has the highest attendance and which has the least. So it gives the information that the basically this line graph uh, so that it can be that the soccer has the highest number of audience as compared to the basketball, which came to the second number in the list, whereas the lacrosse had the lowest attendance. And the third one the third one the third one diagram gives the information about the sports type day attendance. So the scattered graph show the attendance of the different sports on different day of the week. So it is a multi-dimensional scatter graph which show that there was higher attendance for the basketball on Thursday and Wednesday. There was highest attendance on the as you can see and whereas in the field games the highest attendance was on the Monday, and there were no attendance on the weekend. So here are the impact of BI on the sports sector. So some of the basic impact of the BI are: it help the franchises or organizer to make the adequate decision regarding their business. So, for example, where they need to invest, where they need to open their franchisee, which player they need for the promotion. Also, the BI help to understand the behavior of the player. After analyzing the data, we can come to know that which player is more dominant in the sports. Also, it improving the player development program and the monitoring their performance, and also it help to improving the sponsorship strategy. So based on the above key findings, some recommendations are made, which are, as we all know that the Brooklyn have the most number of summer sports events, so organization and the franchises should invest in the Brooklyn. And the second recommendation is that they should encourage more sports in the park like Cedar Grove and playground for all the children, where the number of events are very low. Also, the third recommendation is that they should improve the sports strategy for the other sports also, rather than the basketball and the soccer. And as we all know that the field games are mostly played on the Wednesday or sorry on a Monday, so more field games should be organized to to encourage the audience. So at the end, to wrap up all the thing, I must say that the big data analytics has brought the revolutionary change in all the industry, including the sport industry and the education industry, and it has provided the different opportunity for the organization to generate the business revenue. As it also helped the organization to improve their customer satisfaction rate, and also help them to make the best decision and formulate effective policy and strategies. As this presentation was focused on analysis of two datasets belonging to the education and the sport industry, and the basis of the key finding, some effective recommendations are made. Thank you for listening.